It's even strange for me that my path has taken me to be slightly more public, because people who go on this path are usually even much more reclusive than I am. For certain reasons, my path led me to be a little bit more public, but this is for a different reason, because it's my job to publish certain information that, the best of my knowledge, has not been made publicly available in recent centuries or millennia in our known history.
Right.
But that has nothing to do with shamanism. So I had to put this thing out, and this is my main focus currently. My main focus in the linear temporary reality. I have other goals, but in this reality, I don't have an agenda to help. I don't have an agenda to help others liberate. It's just something that it's my own point of choicelessness.
Okay.
It's I'm sure you're familiar with this feeling that you just have to do it. You feel that you have no choice. Life has led you to this point. Like like I said in this shamanic vision seminar, life is the best initiator. And I've known not many, but other shamans who have been to, like, some of them have been initiated by other shamans, and some people just went to like a weekend course in Europe, like shaman school, and where they learn to like uh, work with feathers and summon power animals. And this is like, okay, but shamanic initiation is not something you get over a weekend. I
Right.
mean, I've been through harsh initiations, harsh life initiations in the waking state and in the out of body lucid dream state for 12 years or more before I even started working with clients. More than 12 years.
Right. And you heard the call to do this.
I guess I had it in me before that, but the greatest call, like you saw in that video, was when my father died and appeared to me, like visually, and I was awake. And I wanted to complete cognitive dissonance, like what the fuck is going on? And because I had a very strong emotional connection with him, my whole identity was shattered, and and something new had to be rebuilt because the old me wasn't working anymore. It was dead.
What was it like? What were you like before? What was the old you?
Insecure, arrogant, knowing everything, skeptical of everything, uh, sarcastic, cynical, uh, smart, quite intelligent. Not a genius. I was never a genius. Above average, gifted, one might say, but never a genius really. But very insecure, very insecure, very much trying to create a fake persona and to create a comfort zone in which this predatory world cannot get too close to me and eat me alive. And this whole shield of fake persona that I've built around myself, when my father died, it crashed completely. It was destroyed. And something, someone that you cared for so much is suddenly gone. Who the fuck are you now?
Right.
Who the fuck are you now? And this is a question that maybe I didn't ask it in those particular words, but that was definitely the question. Who am I now? Especially that my father is gone and I had a very strong connection with him, and I was quite young when he died. Uh, Not a child, I was 17, 18. But the fact that he appeared to me in the waking state a few months after he died, that drove me nuts. And that, like, after having to deal with, am I going crazy or what the fuck's going on? You saw it in the video of the this little outtake from the shamanic vision seminar. I am telling the whole story there. Uh, it took me to a psychiatrist. I started to have out of body experiences, but that was the trigger. This was the first major initiation that life gave me. There were smaller ones before, there were many after, but it was the first big initiation that life gave me. Loss. When something of your persona is like gone with the fucking wind, who are you now? And if you cannot answer the question, you're gonna lose your soul pieces, and you're gonna 20 years later you're gonna look for someone like me to bring them all back.
Yeah. So, who are you now? Do you know who you are now? Can you tell me like who are you now?
In the most universal sense, I am just awareness. I am just awareness being aware of awareness. The persona is transient. The persona is temporary. The persona has a beginning in time, and therefore the persona has an ending in time. So I am definitely not the persona. But if you want to ask more specifically about who Andro is, the temporary persona, which we name Andro for convenience because that's my name, coincidentally, uh, I've come to a very interesting realization that even when I had this fake persona or wall of sarcasm and cynicism and fuck it all attitude, even then, I was the same person that I am now. I was just buried under all those insecurities and indoctrinations and parental influences and school influences. But when I look back at my life, not even long before my father died, when I was 4 years old, 3 years old, 7 years old, I'm looking back. I didn't have the words, I didn't have the vocabulary, I didn't have the verbal eloquence, but it was still the same me. Looking back, I felt the same as I feel today. So this brought me to the realization that people don't actually change. Like as children, we are already born as what we will already will have been. But we're so much covered in layers of programs and narratives and indoctrination and labels and fuck. And no wonder we get lost and build those fake personas because we're missing our real one. Although temporary, that's what I'm working with. This is the Andro that I'm working with. This Andro came into being, and this Andro will be gone. But the essence, the Gottesfunk, the divine spark that I am and cannot be destroyed, is infinite. But the persona is a temporary thing, and I accept it as such.